This video is designed to help users get started using the OptiTrack MotionBuilder plugins. Before we can use any of the plugins, we first need to stream data from Motive. To do this, we just need to click the streaming icons, enable streaming, change the desired streaming settings, and do any other necessary steps to get markers, rigid bodies, or skeletons tracking in Motive. The OptiTrack MotionBuilder plugins are separated into 3 different devices to suit the needs of different users and applications. The first plugin we will cover is the Skeleton plugin. It allows skeleton and rigid body data to be streamed from Motive to MotionBuilder directly as bone data. Before you start streaming, there are a few different properties for this plugin that can be used to customize your experience, such as creating asset routes for scaling assets independent from each other. To set up the Skeleton plugin, input the matching IP addresses and server type. Then click Online, Live, then Create New Model Binding. The plugin takes care of the characterization process as long as the Auto Characterize button is selected. To track an example character, go to the Asset Browser tutorial folder and drag the Mia Characterize object into the viewer with Merge All Takes. Go to the character controls and select Mia from the character dropdown, then select one of your characterized skeleton assets from the source dropdown. To get a more accurate representation of Mia compared to your skeleton data, go to the Navigator, Characters, Mia, Character Settings, Retargeting, and enable the toggle next to the Match Source option. More optimizations can be done by scaling the asset root node or by modifying the settings of the HIK solver. The next plugin we will cover is the Opticals plugin. It allows marker data to be streamed from Motive to MotionBuilder. Additionally, it can be used to quickly set up an actor workflow. Before you start streaming, there are a few properties for this plugin that can be used to customize your experience, such as tracking unlabeled markers, creating actors, and grouping markers by asset. To set up the Optical plugin, plug in the IP address and server type. Then click Online, Live, then generate a new optical model. To track an example such as Mia, do the same steps described in the Skeleton plugin, but choose the actor as the source for Mia instead of the characterized bone data. The last plugin we will cover is the VCS, or Virtual Camera System plugin. It allows a rigid body to be streamed to MotionBuilder as a camera object while using some of the controller inputs to modify how the camera object behaves. To set up the VCS plugin, input the matching IP address and server type. Then enable Online, Live, and choose the rigid body ID you would like to use. Then create a new model binding. After setting up the VCS, switch to the Controller Settings tab. There is a grid showing the different controls on the VCS and how they map to different actions on the camera object. If you are using the VCS with an external monitor, then view from the camera object, full screen the view, and start planning out your virtual camera angles. As an extra tip, you can double-click the System object in the Navigator, then select Always Refresh Viewer if you would like MotionBuilder to update even when it is not the selected program. That wraps up all the basics needed to get started using the OptiTrack MotionBuilder plugins. Good luck out there!